Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. This is the second of 3 sessions of a game I'm calling Xcrawl World. I took way back in D&D third edition. There was a third party developer in the D20 era called Panda Head Productions, if I remember correctly, and they came up with this idea called Xcrawl. And it was great. I describe it often as if the movie Running Man, or book, but movie Running Man, American Gladiators, and D&D got together, had a weird kind of kinky threesome, and this is the baby that came out. So it is extreme dungeon crawling in an alternate history America, where primarily two major things have changed. The first one is that this alternate history America, instead of being based on Greek ideals for government, thought, that Roman thing's pretty dope. Let's keep an emperor. Let's continue to have gladiatorial combat. That's good stuff. And also, there are the D&D species, or races as they're called in D&D, who have been here all along. Technology has developed up to, in my mindset, like the 40s or 50s, but all computer age stuff after that, electricity, that kind of marvel of technology has been replaced by magic, so that we can just have 1980s-ish style extreme TV with magic television sets. As part of this, the idea is that Xcrawl is one of the most famous sports. It's an extreme sport where dungeoneers or Xcrawlers go into a dungeon that's specifically designed by an individual, a dungeon judge or a DJ. This DJ will interact with the audience, the live audience, as well as the at-home audience as well, while the dungeon is ongoing. This current Xcrawl that the crew is in, we ended last session with you guys. Glasses are not going. I have replacement glasses I have to go pick up. Hopefully I get to go sneak out and get those today. I'm very excited. We're in Dungeon Battle Brooklyn. It's November, kind of like it is when we record this. Snowing outside. The crew, the dungeon itself was set up in the Brooklyn Academy of Letters Athletic Complex, located in central Brooklyn Heights. It's Dungeon Battle Brooklyn. Now, the Xcrawl itself, the DJ, is DJ Seymour Blood, a teenager who won a contest, sending in his ideas to create the coolest Xcrawl. He grew up playing Dungeon Battle, which I think is the Xcrawl version of D&D, but also Xcrawly. And Seymour Blood has set up this huge dungeon. Now, the walls are plexiglass, unless otherwise noted, which means that the capacity crowd is able to watch nearly your every move. So far, the team who started on day 2 of the competition have made it through 6 rooms in toto. Made it through 5 rooms, because you started in the green room. It's kind of hard to not make it through the green room. You just walk through a door. But still, you've thrilled audiences, won hundreds of gold, and a number of very nice prizes, including the at-home game of Dungeon Battle Brooklyn, which is a board game. You guys are champions of the green room. Oh no! Lost Mark. Steven, are you with us? Okay, cool. All right, hopefully. Yay, you're back.
There we go.
Awesome. Good stuff. Welcome back. So we had stopped after you guys made it your way across a pit and opened the door to room 6. I had described room 6 to you, but I will describe it again in a moment. However, we'd stopped the session there, and in the Xcrawl world, we cut to commercial. Several things are advertised, including what is the flavor for the Zaster
it's Zaster melon. It's a vanilla with melon concoction from Desiree and Danny's ice cream. Yeah.
Nice. And so there's a commercial that comes on of Desiree and Danny's ice cream. What are the lines that Xaster has to read as part of the promo? And how well does he do at this?
It's the sip and smile. It's the Xaster takes a bite and turns to the camera and just gives that charming smile.
Nice.
It's silent because they don't really want him to talk.
They don't want him to talk. Awesome. When we come back from commercial is when there's a package that is part of this promotion or this it's been pre-recorded, this Xcrawl event, as it's like live pre-record, but this is the interview section where we find out a few things. So the interviewer asks Hank Ajax Tybalt, Ajax, I hear that you've sworn to protect another member of your Xcrawl team. Who is that, and why do you care?
Yeah, that's Mayday. You've seen me going through some dungeons before, getting pretty reckless, but that guy's a little bit. He needs a little bit of physical protection. He's good with his fingers, making the sparkles, but there's just so much you can do with that magic stuff, and the guy comes up from behind. You can't zap him that way. So,
it's true. The old Xcrawl adage: wizards are squishy,
and crunchy.
Then there's a cut to Thomas Mayday Hayden as the interviewer asks you, Mayday, tell us a little bit about your mentor. Have any of your team members worked with your mentor?
They have. My coworker Sunburn, Shayla, they worked with them briefly, and I'll let them tell you about some of the interaction, but I'm not. There was a little bit of favoritism there.
Favoritism from your mentor for Shayla?
No. Shayla just advanced faster, yes.
I see. And there's a quick cut to Shayla. Shayla, who do you believe among your crew might be a possible disciple of Apollo, your personal god? Oh, you're talking on mute, guy.
I've been staring at the mute thing the entire time. Well, it may seem a little weird, but honestly, I think Lightning is gonna join our church. I really do.
And there's a cut to Lightning the ferret, the adorable little ferret that has unfortunately lost their armor in the pit. The pit. That's great. Let's circle back around and ask Xaster. I guess Xaster, maybe this is a question you're asking of the rest of the crew in one of those, the teams all getting together and chatting in a totally unscripted moment.
I think so just from my knowledge, has Xaster been in the other rooms?
No.
Okay.
He was late. Like, he's a no call, no show, and they decided to not pick up a random NPC and just go forward with just 3. Well, 4 counting Lightning.
So I think one of them thinks I'm a worthless rat. And I think that's when Xaster appears in the arena. Xaster comes from behind a pillar or from a door that's very poorly disguised and does the fake backstab on one of my teammates, which is whoever thinks I'm a worthless rat. Probably from a previous crawl. Does anyone want to take that one?
Yeah. I think that was
Okay.
Mayday. And Mayday starts like, jumps out of his skin, like, oh, I didn't realize, oh, I can't believe you're here.
Ah, Mayday! It's just like last time.
You're the worst. Why would you ever, oh, why would you scare me like that? That's, oh.
Then we cut to like a confessional style setup of obviously just the cameraman, the crew, the interviewer, and Ajax. Who are you most worried about on your team, Ajax?
Honestly, I think it's Sunburn. I think Sunburn just got a little bit too much zeal in her for the big guy, and you got to keep your head on the ground and your feet in the stars. No, you got to get your head in the game, and she's just not there sometimes. It's nice to have that holy connection, but I just want to make sure that when we need her, she's 100% here.
Nice. Then there's a cut to another confessional with Mayday, and the interviewer is like playing with lightning and gets lost for a moment, and then says, sorry, Mayday. Our crack journalistic team have found out that another member of your team is a failed apprentice at the college. Who flunked out of the college? Do you want to reveal it, or should we?
And I think I steal I steal a glance over my shoulder, and I glance back, and I'm like, it was Zaster. Zaster wasn't good enough.
Ooh, what did Zaster mess up?
Well, he was caught cheating. He was always going to, extreme lengths to, get what was needed, but he cut things too close.
Nice. And we cut to like reenactment with some like actors from like Unsolved Mysteries type deal, where one guy's obviously the dean, and we have a stand-in for Zaster where we have like somebody wearing a Zaster like wig with their back to the camera, and he's listing out all these things, and then there's this shaky cam of some kind of admissions thing where he's been expelled.
And I think in the background there's like a like an outhouse kind of building, like a shed that's slowly dissolving.
Nice. That's great. Oh, love it. That's so good. We cut to group thing, but the interviewer is asking Shayla. So, Shayla, who's traveled the longest with you on this long road that you have traveled? Very awkwardly written question by that interviewer.
I assume you want like a PC for an answer. So let's see. I'd have to say that the backbone of the group has always been Ajax. Come and go, as so many of us have. Ajax has been there from the beginning. I mean, he's so humble. I mean, he doesn't even let the group be named after him. He always, shifts it around like he's just carrying us along, teaching us the ropes, like a father figure, really.
Aw. Camera cuts to Ajax after Sunburn's heartfelt commentary. Not long after, privately, Ajax had said he was most worried about Sunburn. The camera lingers on Ajax. What's his expression? Is it like complimented or still a little worried?
I think I think he feels like he's a little bit too young to be a father. So a little bit complimented, but a little bit like, really, father? Okay.
Nice. Then we cut to Xaster in a confessional style, and the interviewer asks, so Xaster, as the leader of the team, Xaster's Disasters, who would you say of the rest of the team has your back the most? Who do you really count on?
Ajax has always had my back. You know, it really was Ajax's whole idea to do this Xcrawl thing from the beginning.
Nice. And for some reason, the closed captioning, it closed captioned as sex crawl, and they end up getting some FCC problems. We cut to Ajax, another confessional. Ajax, who among the team? It seems like you have everyone else's back. Who do you rely on Xasters? Oh, yeah, they won't. Only Xaster knows that they're called Xasters. Who do you rely on your team?
Really, it's everybody. The whole team, everyone watches each other's back. There's no one person, but if there was, I'd have to say it was Mayday. I got him, he's got me.
Nice. Quick cut to Sunburn, confessional style. Who among the team do you feel shares your hunger for truth, Sunburn?
You're muted, Kai. It's okay. It's okay.
It's all right, man. It's all right, my
How
friend.
long has the pandemic been going on? All right. I'd have to say it's Mayday. Always coming in with that wide-eyed positivity. I know that they don't always have the best confidence, but I know that they'll always find the truth in things.
Nice. Cool. And then this is Rich checking in. So you want to have, I tried to get at least two for everybody. So you want to have a question, they're like, oh, I really want to get this one out there.
I do. After all of that, I think there was a lot of good feelings towards Mayday. And I think there's a discussion with the announcer about, well, have you ever had any experiments go wrong? And again, Mayday kind of looks over his shoulder and it was like, well, I did have like a senior project that was, all about charm potion, and it may have hit the wrong person, and and it hasn't really worn off. And I think we see Hank in the background and the camera kind of zooms in. I'm like, yeah. But it's a good thing. It makes friendship stronger.
You rule, Mayday. You rule.
Oh, that's so messed up. That's great. Awesome. Anyone else have any other of those 4 questions they want to definitely?
I think we need to
out there?
shoehorn it into Xaster being expelled from school. I think Sunburn, she very kindly helped Xaster clean up their things before they were leaving. So Sunburn has always been kind to me. I'm a lovable screw up.
Good stuff. Good. We're back. Then there's a quick, the few cuts of things for last time ons, right? Because it's returned from commercial, and there could be people who are just now tuning in, and we see the crew making their way across this pit. Mayday and Lightning having some trouble lightning these rust monsters, taking out Lightning's adorable little armor. And then you guys opening the door to room 6, and we see some like over the AVS, which is the TV screen. We see this thing that says "Dream of the Blue Scorpion." It says you guys are standing at a 30 by 30 foot room. It is empty except for a layer of sand on the floor. There's a door heading through the north wall. Through the plexiglass walls, you see the crowd, and the crowd is a little unsure of what's going on. A few of them cheer as you guys enter. Then the no-go door opens up. And Zaster, how do you appear to the crowd? Like, how do you walk out? What's your entrance?
Oh, I think so the door opens, and it's a darkened sort of hallway, and you see just his smile at first.
Ooh.
As it slowly, and then Zaster pulls back the long hair and waves to the audience as he puts it up into a very practical ponytail, and then whips out the rapier and does the little flourish that he's famous for.
Nice. And there are a bunch of people with like spoons, and they've got cartons. Of course, they've been set up by Desiree and Danny. They're sitting in the Desiree and Danny carton, which is just a section of seats where they've put around the seats what looks like one of the D&D cartons, and they're holding up the Zasters. Shoot, I've got to write it down because my brain keeps losing it. Zasters. What was the flavor?
Zaster melon.
Melon. They're holding up cartons of Zaster melon. Some of them eating it, others showing that their carton is empty, even though it's like a half pint, and they're screaming excitedly for Zaster. Several of them, like one of them's a young girl, and she's got short hair, but she's wearing the like long gray hair she does the thing because this is totally his move. They're 100% in for you, Zaster. What we cut to Mayday. What is Mayday's reaction? Like a close in on the face. What is his reaction to Zaster's sudden appearance after blowing off the first 3 6-1 rooms?
I think we see disappointment. We see this flash of disappointment, and then, a big smile that kind of steps up, and, Mayday steps up and grabs you by the wrist and like, come on in, kind of pulls you into the room.
Oh, just so we're clear, actually, if you take a look, the no-go is actually opposite of where you guys are. So if you want to move across the middle, you're welcome to, but I want to make sure you do that before you go over to grab him and pull him.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So as Mayday's moving across to pull Zaster out of the showboating, by the way, Zaster, it sounds to me, since you've taken this moment, is this your attempt to like hype things up here? Because it's before a crawl for you, so I'm cool with allowing you to hype it up if you want. Oh, you're talking on mute, Greg. It's the game of talking on mute.
I would love to talk on mute. I would love to hype it up.
Awesome. So hype it up before a crawl, which you're just now coming in. You can hype it up. Instead of taking Mike, we'll just say that you have hyped it up by gloating, and you can roll with intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, your choice based on the tone of what you just did.
I think charisma is definitely how I did that.
Also, the crowd is entertained at this time. Crowd attitude is on the Xcrawl team tab on the far left, so you get an extra +1. Your charisma is a +1. So you're rolling 2d plus 2.
That's not terrible. All right, let's see how it goes.
I've seen better. I've seen worse. +2 is nothing to sneeze at.
That's an 8.
Nice. Okay, on an 8 with hype it up, you can you get them to pay attention. You can choose one from the list below. So you can either get a hint about a room from the DJ or staff, gain 1d4 fame points for yourself or another teammate, your choice, or learn a bit about the biz and mark 1 XP.
Oh, I haven't set myself up to be a very good team player here. So I am going to gain 1d4 fame. It's all about the fame, baby.
As I said, sometimes you can get fame outside of the team concept. Let's see how it goes. Just as an FYI,
Max fame.
you are gonna live forever. Just an FYI, if my memory serves, I think that is the first successful hype it up roll of this game.
You're right. I think you're right.
Excellent.
Awesome. So Mayday goes over, grabs Zaster. Sunburn. While maybe you're not sure about having favor or not with Apollo, you notice the reunion with the team member. But more than that, the sun shines on this sand, and you see these small, these footprints appear out of nowhere on the sand. And it looks like the footprints are moving towards the pair of them. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I don't have to worry about the favor because last scene I took off the useless chain armor and threw it to the rust monsters to prove that Apollo could protect me.
That's right.
Where
Thank you
armor,
for that
armor
reminder.
doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting to see footprints, huh? How deep is it like, are we talking like Legolas on snow, or are we talking like, 2 inches down because it's like a whole bunch of sand? Like how much are we seeing?
Well, what's been scattered on the floor is not a thick amount of sand. So
okay.
it's
just
what you
an
see.
Arena.
Yeah, you see several footprints, and it's a 30 by 30 foot room. And you see several footprints in the sand, like maybe 4 feet, perhaps moving 2 and 2. And you also see this in the middle, like something slithering behind it that's creating a trail in the sand. It looks rather large.
Okay. Well, if there's anything that Apollo doesn't abide, it's secrecy or cheating. Neither of which I've done so far. But the point being is that I would like to expose this treachery with the light of truth.
Nice.
And I will do so by pointing my finger and yelling, "Hey, there's invisible guys on the sand."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Ajax, you get that warning from Sunburn, who maybe she was paying attention right now and not lost in the sun. And you catch sight because she's pointing it out. You see something moving quickly towards you guys. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, Ajax, as soon as Sunburn points it out, it's like, all right, let's go, and just run straight for the closest pair of Prince and intending to tackle whoever or whatever it is and see how it goes.
This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I love this. It's dangerous. That's what you guys are here for. Cool.
I don't know if I can win this, but we'll get it. Challenge.
Yeah, let's see you. Oh, Rich should move to the left there. Wait, is that it? Oh, sorry. Violence and recovery moves. For the basic moves and the violence and recovery moves being split, sometimes I get a little mixed up. Let's have you hack and slash because you're fighting in close quarters. So even though you're not hacking, you're tackling. But let's have you do that. Roll plus stir. Your strength
is 2, I think.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, all right. Grab that thing. That is an 8.
Nice. On a 7 to 9, your maneuver works. Mostly you could deal damage, but you suffer the enemy's attack. Okay, so here's what happens. You dive forward and you go to tackle it as if it's man-sized, but it isn't. And your knee slams into its lower section. You fall over, but you've got enough wherewithal to grab onto the thing anyway, and you end up grabbing a thing, a 6-legged thing that is maybe like tip to tail 8 or more feet long. It's got 6 legs, and as you grab onto it, slam it to the ground, it doesn't let out a grunt or anything whatsoever. It kind of makes this sound, and then you feel something slam into your back. That would be a stinger. The good news is you do have armor, but if you could please roll a d4. This will be the damage that you take.
That is a 4. Minus my 2 armor is 2.
Wait. Oh. Wait. You rolled a 2. Some
I
reason
rolled
you're plus
a-
2. Yeah, you're plus 2.
Oh,
is
yeah,
still
okay.
in.
My plus 2 is still there. Yeah. Boop, there we go.
Thank
So
God,
2
because
minus the armor.
you feel the pressure of it. It's going to
Mhm.
leave a bruise there, but that stinger did not pierce your flesh, which means you are not poisoned. Which this poison would, just for mechanical purposes, so we're all on the same page, would cause a debility, which you'd have to choose, which would give you disadvantage until you take care of it. But the thing slams into you hard, and now all 4 of you see that Ajax tackled a giant blue scorpion, and the blue is obviously has been painted. Pretty good paint, but like parts of it, the segmented parts, they didn't get the paint in quite right. It's a little like cosplay action there going on. But yeah, the blue scorpion, Ajax has just tackled it, has an arm around it, and the thing tried to sting him in the back. So let's flip over to Mayday.
Did I do damage to that, or was the
Oh,
grabbing and
right.
flipping
You
the
do your
damage?
damage. Yes, you
Okay, cool.
did do your damage. So please roll your damage, which is a D10. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah. Let's see. D10. Oh, that is a straight up 10.
Wow. Holy crap. I think you snap off one of its legs.
Nice.
It did have a bit of armor, but that is a tremendous amount of damage. So
Sting me, will ya?
nice. That is nice. Okay. Wow. Holy cats and kittens. That's awesome. So let's check in with Mayday. Lightning has hopped off of you and is now doing its little ferret war dance, which is not at all effectual. What do you do?
I think in this case, Lightning has actually been kicking up some sand into the Scorpion's, carapace, because it was invisible and it's not anymore. But like that would show us, and I think the camera zooms in on Lightning saying, their heroic, familiar is taking on the giant scorpion all by itself. And I think I'm going to lean forward, and Zaster's right there with me, and I'm like, it pulled one of our tricks, with the invisibility thing. I'm like, I'm all out of invis, but let's see what I can do here. And I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Nice. Magic Missile. So with Magic Missile, you need to cast a spell. You've got a -1 ongoing from previous actions. Don't forget about that. You'll be rolling plus int.
Which is 2, correct?
Your int is 2, so you'll be rolling 2d6 plus 1.
Okay, let's roll that. I got an 8.
Nice. On an 8, you've got a choice to make here. 7 to 9, reality twists around you. Say how, and you take a -1 penalty again, or lose the spell after it's cast, or draw unwanted attention and put yourself in a spot.
Okay. You came back. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Which
Skip
of
for
the...
just a second.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No. It's the connection on my end.
So what
I need to
choice
make
do you want to make for the
choice.
7 to 9?
My connection is horrible today too. It's not just you, Steven.
Aw.
Let's see. That is lose a spell. Oh, let's say drawing wanted attention
Wicked.
and
Okay.
then do damage, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do damage. I think this thing scampers, tries to scamper away from Ajax. Would Ajax continue to try to hold on to this thing like he's wrestling a gator?
Well, I think if I tore the leg off,
Mhm.
I probably like so I know it was not a guy. Ajax thought it was a guy, and like went for like the middle grab and slam, and that just took one of his legs off. And I think Ajax is just like is not still grabbing it, but looking to now they can see it hit it with something. So it's probably scampered off, giving me its leg.
Okay, cool. All right. Then yeah, it limps over towards you, Mayday, and it's going to claw you. And then you get to roll your damage, which from your magic missile is what is the magic missile damage?
2d4?
2d4. Yep. You're going to do 2d4 to it. It is going to do 1d8 to you.
Okay. So let's roll the 2d4 first.
All right. Let's see.
That's a total of 6.
Nice. That is nasty.
Then we roll the 1d8. 1d8. 2.
Nice.
Oh man. That is
Thank you, Apollo.
gee whiz. Okay. So it reaches out, it claws at you, but only does 2 damage. Do you think that that's because Mayday cleverly moved out of the way before the claw pincher closed, or was there something that blocked it from closing around Mayday's let's say leg?
Yeah. I think that what happens is it whenever it steps up to claw me, the position that it got into was right where lightning was spraying the sand, and it kind of got into its face and it grabbed the wrong area. It like closed its claw right in front of me, so I just got clipped.
Nice. Cool. Your 2 magic, like it's 2 magic missiles, I assume, because it's plural. Do you think it's 2? How many magic missiles does Mayday fire?
Yeah, I think it's 2, 1d4 each, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Boom. They slam into the scorpion, ignoring armor. You see these explosions of flesh underneath its chitin, and the thing wriggles a couple times. It's feebly moving at this point. Zaster or Shayla, which of the 2 of you want to act next?
I would love to. Lightning, my old friend, you clever ferret. And Zaster like spins to the side, sliding on the sand a little bit, making it stylish, and then just unceremoniously stabs the scorpion in the midsection.
Nice. Hack and slash, or roll plus stir. Unless you're using your rapier, then you'd roll dex,
Roll
right?
plus dex. Yeah, and actually I think as Zaster draws the sword, he wipes it with bloodweed, which is gives disadvantage on damage rolls. If I get the damage. Let's see. Rolling plus dex. +2. Stabby.
Oh, interesting. They have disadvantage on damage rolls to you or anyone.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So that's a 9. Not
Nice.
quite good enough to avoid damage.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, you are going to get stung, buddy Zaster. As I think you go in unceremoniously, you stab it, and its last act, like it may even be dead when the stinger snaps forward.
It's me.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
it hits you with a D4.
Okay, so my D8 damage to it is a 4. Oops. Okay, sorry. The 4. Ignore that latest die.
It's dead on either of those, so
Okay.
it's dead.
And it does 1 to me.
Ooh, does that I don't think you have any armor, right?
Oh, actually, I was supposed to roll 2, but whatever. You want me
Oh
to roll a
right, yeah.
second
No,
one?
no. You do your thing.
Okay.
Roll another, but it's not like you're gonna
Yeah,
roll worse than a D4.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Okay, you used up that 4. Cool. So it is a single point of damage. I don't think. Do you want to declare that you have some armor to soak up that hit?
No,
Or do
no,
you have
no. I
armor?
don't have any armor. That's silly.
All right. You take 1 hit point of damage, and also you get to choose a debility: weakened, dazed, or miserable. Do you see those underneath your stats on row 49?
I will take dazed.
Cool. Oh, I love the red. The red. Sorry, I stole this character keeper from Jeremy Strandberg, who's an amazing character keeper creator. So the those 2 stats, intelligence and wisdom. Now you'll be rolling with disadvantage. What does the crowd see when Zaster delivers the killing blow and then gets hit by the stinger and is a bit dazed?
I think, as we pointed out in the chat, kill steal. Zaster stabs it and then like throws up the rapier victorious. Ha! I have victoriously slain this evil blue, and then the stinger hits his leg. That's
great. Sweet. You guys get a +1 mojo. So you go from 3 mojo to 4 mojo. Ajax, you want to update that? That'd be great.
3 mojo to 4 mojo. There we go.
And you have defeated the giant blue scorpion. Searching the room, because it's an Xcrawl thing, you find a potion of invisibility. It says invisibility on it, and like slightly glowy font.
Oh, I thought it'd be like invisible ink.
Well, then the cameras can't pick it up.
Right.
Then there's an AVS screen that an arrow points towards the north door. Point of just like question. Sorry, I want to let you guys do things, but I just want to ask this question. Now that you have Zaster here, are you guys the kind of crew that has Zaster check out doors before you go into them to see if they're trapped, or do you just boldly open the doors and go?
Ajax is more of a bold opener, but I think now that Zaster is here, we kind of like see. I think first check and make sure that the sting isn't festering or bleeding or getting your stuff dirty. You look a little woozy there. You need I can hold you up in front of the door while you do your thing so you don't fall over.
Oh, Ajax, you're always got me at my back. No, I'm good.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No, please.
Okay. So, after many years of watching reality TV, Sunburn steps up and it's like, it's okay, friends. There's nothing untoward about this door. And she opens it up, and the next room is a table with a feast from the chicken and waffle company that she works for to heal us from the battle. And everybody gets to drink the drinks from the company and eat the food and stuff like that. And that's how she's gonna heal everybody, I guess. If that's okay. Otherwise, that's just in her head. That's all pitched to the next time. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You've reached a juncture in the passageway, and yes, sure enough, there is some chicken and waffles there that you guys can gorge yourselves on.
Is this your cure wounds? Is summoning chicken and waffles?
Yeah, it is. With I guess the ice cream if you want it, but melon flavored.
It's a type of vanilla.
The reason I do all this is because there's more than one season of Big Brother Australia where they're like, and tonight's reward is an AFC dinner, and these people just go fucking wild.
AFC's the thing in Australia. I didn't know
that. I wish I was kidding. Anyway.
Okay. So are you actually going to try to cure wounds on Zester?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I have it prepared, so I don't have to do anything special about that. Touch someone, they regain 5 hit points and heal any problematic wounds.
This would be a problematic wound.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, last time I did something that gave me the ability to roll with advantage because I noted it on my character sheet. Because
yes.
Steven is awesome. He reminded me.
So roll 3d6. You're adding your wisdom because you are a cleric. Your wisdom is a +2, so 3d6 +2. Pick the best 2 of those dice.
Excellent.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay. There we go.
4
a 4 and a 3
threes.
is a 7. Is a 7 +2 is a 9.
A 9. Okay. That is some choices there. You can lose the spell, lose favor, draw unwanted attention, your divine power weakens, and you take a -1 penalty to cast a spell.
So the only thing I can think of is that like the audience is just like, oh, this is so heavy-handed or something like that.
Yeah, like what is? Oh man, this is terrible. Yeah, chicken and waffles. They're like, oh, this is too blatant, too much.
Which affects my confidence, and so my divine power weakens, and I take a -1 penalty to cast the spell.
Nice. This takes product placement too far. Awesome.
Right.
I'm into it. So you don't lose your divine favor. You just get a -1 on casting spells because people are like, oh, sell out. Boo.
How do you think of these hotel rooms?
Zester takes the waffle, spreads the ice cream on it, slams the waffle in, takes a bite of this disgusting sandwich, and is suddenly cured of his weird scorpion poison. Oh, the favor of Apollo, Shayla. The favor of Apollo on you. Never shined on me. And then I will do my danger sense on this upcoming door.
Cool. Just so we're clear, sorry, I just want to pop back to the map. There are actually 3 doors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I revealed here, you guys, this is where the chicken and waffles is, all in a spread here. You're now at a point where you can head to room 10, room 8, or room 9. So feel free to do your danger sense. I just want to know which of these are you interested in danger sensing.
Oh boy.
The illusion of choice.
No, I have it all written down. And it will be whatever it is.
I sense quantum ogres.
No, I promise. Guys, they're all underneath this thing. I click a button, it'll be revealed. I can't change it.
Oh, let's see. I will, Azaster is going straight towards just straight through. We'll go straight through. So door 8.
Door 8. And so your danger sense is, let me take a look here and see how that works. Danger sense. You can always ask the GM, is there an ambush or trap here? Nice. And then if they say
the door.
Yes. Okay, cool. So specifically with that door, and
we had some really nice thieves tools, but the rust monsters ate them. So
of course.
This door is locked and trapped. There is an ambush waiting on the other side if you make a lot of noise.
All right. Well, I will roll and see if I can ask you some follow-up questions to that.
Nice.
No, apparently not.
Oh my. Well, the good
Don't
news
max
is you get an
XP, but
XP.
nothing bad happens just yet. Aha, there it is.
Yeah. Don't mark
that
XI.
PBTA
Ah,
mastery. Okay.
You know exactly when to roll poorly. Good job.
It's
Okay.
Disaster doing his job again.
Yeah, I think Zaster, does somebody reach for the door and Zaster stops their hand dramatically, even if they weren't actually reaching for the door?
Ajax.
Probably Ajax. Yep.
Ajax, no! I sense great danger behind this door. We should go a different way.
They're all dangerous. That's why we're here.
But even too dangerous for you, Ajax. Quick, let's go to the other doors. And Ajax will Zaster runs over to 10 and just opens the door. Just
How sinister of you. How left-handed of you.
All right. You open the door to room 10, area 10. The door to this area was not locked nor trapped, so it opens right away. They've got this stuff written down. I'm not cheating. There are no quantum markers. The door opens onto a wooden boardwalk style bridge with no railing, obviously Imperial design. That's a Star Wars show, guys, to work it in for my Star Wars fans. Anyway, the bridge makes a zigzag path through the room. Now, as a reminder, this is they cut away to the original moment when the DJ Seymour Blood told you guys that there were 3 pieces of scroll that you needed to collect in order to unlock the dungeon. So we come back to this. The bridge makes a zigzag pattern through the room, stopping twice at round landings. Why don't they look round? Because Rich can only do squares in Google Sheets. I'm sorry, friends. Let's see. Underneath this bridge is soupy mud. The boardwalk bridge reverses directions twice. It comes to a north wall where you see a treasure chest sitting underneath a huge Sape K Cola sign. The walls here are all clear plexiglass, and there's a special gallery along this eastern wall here, where you see that there's a special gallery. You see DJ Seymour Blood and Xcrawl Commissioner Bradley Liebrock and Duke David Winslow of Brooklyn. And there's also a local retired Xcrawl star, Jim Dinosaur Green, here as one of the VIPs watching this particular thing. I want to know, Mayday, because you've watched Jim Dinosaur Green in the past. What do you recall of Jim Dinosaur Green's X-crawling exploits? Exploits, like that? A little alliteration there?
There was a particularly nasty X-crawl, and the dinosaur was the only one to make it out. He powered his way through.
Nice.
And lost most of his other teammates. And to be honest, it just wasn't the same after that. He joined another team, kept going, but maybe he should have retired then.
Man. And I think he's famous for having that sad sack look because of the loss of his first team. And there's rumors that maybe Dinosaur didn't care about them as much, but he always brings it up in interviews. He wrote a couple books about it. There's even in the Dungeon Battle board game that you can buy the loss of Dinosaur Jim's team as a supplement. Cool. So you guys got this boardwalk. You got a treasure chest at the end. Ajax, what do you want to do?
So on the map, it looks like it's a bunch of separate squares. It's not. It's just a boardwalk that's going back and forth. Is that right?
Yes, this is a boardwalk. Yeah, it's just a straight up boardwalk that I'm gesturing with an arrow as if you can see. I'm sorry. No, it's just a wooden boardwalk that goes here. There's a circular area. Wooden boardwalk goes here to a circular area and wooden boardwalk. So it's just a zigzaggy path. And then there's this weird soupy mud here that the boardwalk is on top of. Like barely on top of. Like it's almost like floating on top kind of deal.
Since there are no enemies to charge at, I think Ajax just kind of like catches everyone else's eye, just kind of like walks, just like going for a stroll down the boardwalk. They gave us an easy one. Yeah.
Mayday grabs Ajax's, arm and says, "Let's be safe." All that soupy mud looks like it might be dangerous, and he ties the rope that we swung across the, rust monster thing. Ties a rope around Ajax's waist, and then links everybody else to it.
Cool.
If anyone gets in trouble and goes in the mud, we pull them out right away.
Or we all go in.
As a reminder, this because there are a lot of moves for this game. There is a scope it out move here, if anyone.
I should definitely not be the one to roll that.
Noticeably not Ajax.
I'll scope it out by walking across and doing the thing.
Looks like mud to me.
All right,
I'll scope it out. I'll reveal the secrets within.
Nice.
What's the roll I need
Whiz.
to make? Let's see.
Roll plus whiz. 2d6 plus your wisdom, and your wisdom is a +2. I showed you the wrong screen. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Nice. With
10?
a 10 on basic moves, scope it out right here. You get to ask the DJ 3 questions from the list below. That's on the basic moves tab if you want to look at it on your own screen. I'll give you your screen back.
Version of the game.
Question number 1. Is this mud secretly the new gravy from the Chicken and Waffle Company?
No. In fact, it appears to be graveyard dirt. So you would not want to put that in chicken nor waffles.
Yes.
Now, the next 2 questions you could ask from the list.
Oh, sorry. There's a list. I'm so used to screwing with PBTA. Xcrawl moves. Nope. Basic moves. There we go.
Yeah.
Scope it out. Questions I can ask. Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me?
Ooh, there are 2 things of value to you. Number 1, obviously a piece of that scroll is in a treasure chest, along with some great loot. Obvious. Number 2, impressing the VIPs could have a, if I were to get purely mechanical, doubling effect to the crowd attitude in this room.
Ooh.
You want to Xcrawl your booty off here.
Since again, harkening back to that sending stone conversation. So Zaster, at the beginning in my my locker, I picked up my sending stone, which is my version of a cell phone, and my ex-boyfriend, who had been in this run before us, left me a message, which I wasn't supposed to listen to, but I did. So what happened here recently, vis-a-vis what was I told, or what did the audience see? Whatever. Like,
oh, nice. I like that. No, I love it. I love it. So I'm going to ask. I guess I'm asking Greg, but Zaster would know the information. What is the name of another member of an X-crawling team? The team that lovely Sunburns X is on. Gareth Gilcrazy, the gnome. Oh, what is Gilcrazy's class, by the way? Like what's his specialty? I'm sorry,
Oh,
that question's for Kai.
Yeah. He's from a new wave, Gen Z. He has a warlock class,
Warlock,
which
of course. Awesome.
he
Cool.
has
So
a patron, which just like we all do, but his patron is better than everyone else's.
And you're asking
Nice.
the name of the team?
name of a member of the team.
Oak Spirit. They're a druid.
Oak
Another
Spirit.
Gen Z-er. Yeah.
Nice. So we cut to Gil Crazy leaving you a message. He says, I know you probably don't want to know this because you never cheat. You're always playing by the rules, Sunburn, but be careful about the mud room, man. Oak got bit by a bunch of zombies, man. We lost him.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They're in the mud. They're in the mud. Stay safe, baby.
Right. Yeah, it's just ringing in my ears at this point in the mud. All right, so I step in front of Ajax and I turn around and I face everybody, which is how people get pulled into the mud by zombies, by putting their back to the entire room. And Sunburn's like, listen, this room is filled with grave dirt and undead creatures. I don't know that tying ourselves together is the best idea, but this is going to be a hard fought battle. So be prepared for the bites and scratches of the undead.
I fear
If I
not.
speak. Oh, good.
Sunburn.
Ajax takes out his
Yeah.
action sword, like bite and scratch. Got it.
I don't fear the dead because we have the fortune of Apollo with us, Sunburn. Have you not forgotten the teachings? And Zaster, secure in the knowledge
Show up,
that,
Shayla.
that their teammates will back them up, decides to not just carefully make their way across the little tightrope bridge things here. The walkways, but skips merrily towards the first platform, and I'm attempting to grandstand.
I was about to say this sounds technically like grandstanding, and yes, you are. So you describe how you do it, and you roll the stat. You get to add the crowd attitude modifier to this roll.
Yeah, and I'm going for Dex.
Okay,
Zaster
I
is
see that.
dancing their way across here.
Dancing. Let's see how you
Zombie
go.
dance. All right, that's +2. That's a 12. I think that gives us mojo, does it not?
Yes, it does. Please give
Boom.
you guys get a mojo. Now,
Or-
per the recent
or the
update
crowd
to
thing.
mojo.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you can spend the mojo to immediately sway the crowd, which would improve the market take on the
yes,
crowd.
I think that's what we want to do, right? We'll
Okay.
keep it to 4, and so, but we're doubled, right? So we get to sway the crowd twice.
Yes, you get to sway the crowd twice.
Does that mean I mark it twice?
Yes, and it's already been marked twice, I think, by Ajax. Cool. That is amazing. You move across and the crowd goes wild. There are some hands that come out of the grave dirt and they start putting their hands on the boardwalk, but you just dance around them. In fact, the boardwalk pieces all start to light up like you're Michael Jackson in
Billie Jean. Yeah.
Yes, in Billie Jean video, and they all light up as you move across, and the zombies are coming up. So it's like a Billie Jean Thriller thing, kind of mixed up. But we don't have a Michael Jackson in this world. But Oak Spirit, yes. One of the zombies is in twisted black metal branches and thorns style is none other than the Druid Oak Spirit. They left him here.
No.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Yes, so Oak Spirit is the undead is one of them. But you've passed them by, Zaster. Do you want to continue going on to the treasure chest? Maybe you could do this whole room yourself.
Yeah.
Nice. So after that first, you pivot to head down the last bit, but the boardwalk starts to move a little bit, and you will be needing to do this either defying danger or grandstanding with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Jim Dinosaur Green stands up and he starts screaming about, his lost team and trying to remind people
Right.
of that.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
Get the sauce going a little bit.
What does the crowd attitude give us as a bonus? Is that on?
The crowd attitude influences most X-crawling moves. So
Okay.
you probably rolled a 13 actually, because your crowd attitude would have modified.
Right. Okay.
Did anyone want to do anything with Zaster while they're trying to? Because I have an idea about how to help out.
Ooh, yes. What does Mayday do as
Yes.
the second the boardwalk starts to undulate a little bit like a serpentine back? What does Mayday do?
Yeah, so Mayday's like, oh, there's an idea here. There's a reason why we put these ropes together. And I think I like toss this rope that, we have tied around and use it to kind of stabilize Zaster to provide a little bit more better footing. And let's see how that looks. That's the assist play
Yeah.
is with, it's
It's-
whatever
it's-
stat.
Yeah, it's like a defy danger type deal.
I think that's intelligence. I think
think
that's
so, too.
intelligence because thinking about it beforehand.
Yep, I was exactly where my head was.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll my assist. That is a 4.
Okay. Mark XP.
Yes.
And yeah, I think I get to make a move here. And I think the way that this works is you throw that, and people are starting to boo. They're like, oh, boo, boo, bunch of chickens, chicken and waffle. Ha, 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 ha. And I am going to tick down your crowd clock.
Oh no!
Double effect by 2. So what you just gained from Zaster's grandstanding has been lost by Mayday's failure to keep the grandstander from continuing to show off. So Ajax, can you tick off 2 of the crowd clock?
Yeah,
ticks
let me
there?
do that. Let me tap it. There it is.
All right. And there's a bit of laughter, a raucous crowd, and the ones in the carton for the ice cream, they're like, Zaster, you could do it. Zaster could do it. Little girl, she like puts her hair up again, like she took her hair down, now she's putting it back up again to show the Zaster's business time is about to happen.
I think this is when Zaster reaches behind their back and pulls at something right underneath their ponytail and keeps pulling, and it's like a, like one of those handkerchiefs
Mary Poppins,
from
yeah.
Mary Poppins thing, but it's a 10-foot pole that he brings out and begins to balance themselves. So I will roll my defy danger and burn my one piece of equipment that I had undefined.
Sorry. I just love that so much.
So a collapsing accordion
Quantum
style
10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And keep balance. That's +2. Do I still roll with disadvantage, or?
I think you've offset the disadvantage with your pole, so you can just roll regularly.
It doesn't work.
Sweet. So I think what happens is you've got the balance, but then one of the zombies grabs the pole and uses it to try to pull up, and it yanks forward, snaps, and you bounce, and one of the boardwalk glows, but you bounce and then pitch forward into the soupy mud. And Oak Spirit Zombie is coming for you, Zaster, and he grabs and tries to pull you underneath with it. I want to check in with Ajax. It seems like you let Zaster do his crazy thing.
Yeah, I think
doing?
Yeah, I was like, disaster, go for it. And then I knew as soon as it was just a matter of time before it fell in. And I was like, if I had a chalk bag, I'd be chalking up here, ready to. It's like, okay, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and now let's go grab him. And just doing a little jog down the thing, jog down the boardwalk, and when I get to where he is, both hands just try and grab him by the scruff and pull him back up, or pull him out of the zombie hand.
You're taking up a defensive stance or jumping in to protect others. Roll plus con. You are defending.
Yeah, let's do that.
Your con is a +1.
+1. All right. Grab that. 2 days +1.
See how it goes.
We decided we could spend mojo afterwards. Is that true?
That's what how we've played it.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go with this first. And elf. 11. No mojo needed.
Nice. No
Already got my
mojo.
mojo.
You almost earned a mojo. Cool. So on a 10+, you hold 3 readiness. You can spend readiness 1 for 1 to suffer an attack's damage instead of your ward, have an attack's damage or effects, draw all attention from your ward to yourself, or strike back at an attacker, dealing your damage, but you do it with disadvantage.
Ooh. This was defend, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Actually, can I retcon that just a little bit? I realize I have my sword that gives me cool defend stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Just read
let's
that.
do that. So
So when I defend with my sword and spend readiness to strike back an attacker, deal damage normally without disadvantage.
okay, cool. So you're like yanking with one hand and got the sword with the
Yeah.
other. That sounds
Yeah, so
awesome. And I definitely want you to
scruff.
get that cool bit.
And bam. Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so
it's
you'll
the
spend a
fancy
readiness
sword.
to attack back.
Yeah.
Let's have you do your damage, which is a D10. Oh my.
Yeah. And this is with the fancy shiny sword that doesn't do anything extra, but looks sweet.
It doesn't do it. Yeah, we specifically defined that it looks amazing. It doesn't actually do anything extra. Oh, don't forget, you can spend mojo to roll extra damage dice if you so wanted.
Oh, I think I just one is good to her. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
7.
Nice. 7 is a pretty nasty. You chop off Oak Spirit's arm that was trying to choke Zaster and pull Zaster under, but they are not out of the woods yet, but not going to be damaged this round. I'm going to cut over to Sunburn. So you see the mess that Zaster has created. Ajax is trying to help them out. What is Sunburn doing?
I think Sunburn realizes that again, we're not doing teamwork here, which is frustrating to her. Yeah. And so she pulls out her shield and she taps the front of it, and so the logo, or the logo for the chicken and waffle flips, and now the shield is just an Apollo shield, and she's going to use this to burn away the undead in the room, to try to turn undead, destroy undead, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm into it.
But not through the filter of corporate greed. Like a true shield of Apollo. So let's see my character. So this is not on my.
Yeah, I don't think you have turn undead, but
I don't have rebuke and anathema. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will. I guess I could have prepared the spells ahead of time in that when we were having the food, but I didn't think to. So
I mean, you could speak with the dead.
Yeah,
I think it'll help you here.
Guys, just be cool.
Right.
Seriously.
Like guys, I know this is like a a paid job for you, but could you just back up?
You know what?
All right,
This is
no.
super cool. How about this? I'm willing to, if you want to burn your divine favor, I'll let you swap out one of your prepared spells or your granted spells for rebuke anathema.
Well, I actually have sacred texts, which allows me to cast a spell that's not prepared.
Oh,
So,
well, just do that.
Yeah, I'm going to use one of the. Actually, I already used one use of it, so this will be the last of it. So there's that. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to cast a spell. I'm at a -1. Is that a -1 die or -1 to the result?
-1 to the result.
Okay. All right. So I imagine I'm just the if this is the video game, I'm just like holding down the B button and charging and charging and charging until like the sunlight is going to just release and try to burn away the creature.
We'll see how the sun does based off your rolls. You're only 2d6 plus 1 because it's +2 wisdom, -1 from your ongoing cast a spell.
Maybe this is where I get the nickname Sunburn from, because it's going to affect everybody.
Nice.
So I'm going to be using Mojo.
Okay. Burn a mojo. When you burn a mojo, then you can get another die here.
Yeah, so it's appeared on your screen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No. What were you saying?
Well, I was just saying, like, I'm still waiting for it to show up on my screen. So please continue while I'm waiting for my computer to catch it. Yeah.
Why is your computer having? It's weird. Yes, you have rolled a 4 and a 1, or a 3 and a 1. You are re-rolling, spending a mojo, and re-rolling. That'll take your mojo back from 4 down to 3. Do you want to make that update, Ajax?
Yes, I do. 4 down to 3.
All right.
Okay. So it's not like I'm adding a die. I'm trying to replace a die. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I will try to replace the 1.
Okay. Do you need somebody else to roll for you? That sucks. Want somebody else to roll for you?
It might be on your screen. Well, I've already clicked the roll button, but okay. So please
just doing a refresh, see if it'll come up this for me. No, nothing's happening.
Yes, could you roll a die for me, GM? That would be great.
Okay, I'll roll a die for you. Here comes your D6 and 6. Wow, yes! DJ Rich is like gangbusters. So 6
plus 3 plus 1
is a 10. Wow, feast of family.
Actually, I think it was 11, right? Because do we still have a +1 from the crowd or whatever?
The crowd doesn't affect spells. Your god doesn't care about your spells. That is a 10, which is fantastic. That means you do it. So talk about rebuke anathema. What is so it holds everything back? What's it look like?
All right. Brandish a symbol of your god. Beings anathema to your god are held at bay so long as you brandish it. The weak and craven flee outright. I think the entire room just lights up.
Yeah.
And it's like it's now like we're in a suntan booth or whatever, just like blazing light. And is it Pluto? Is that the Roman god?
Yes, death? Pluto is their Hades. Yes.
Right. Yeah, I can't remember if it's Pluto or Hades or whatever. Yeah,
No, it's Hades
Pluto
Greek. You're
or-
right. You're right.
Okay. Um, let the light of Apollo push you back to Pluto's realm with appropriate severance by your union contract. Um, and she just walks forward, and it's just like this. It's like an oasis in the desert, right? Just the light just makes you see, like, just it burns. It's like, oh god.
And zombies and skeletons, they're like moving back, covering their eyes. Some of them, you can see their flesh is burning up and prickling. It's causing them damage. What do you?
But I do have a soft spot in my heart for Oak Spirit, so I don't think it affects Oak Spirit. I think they can ignore it. Unfortunately,
I don't think that's your choice. That's your God's choice. But yeah,
okay.
maybe Oak Spirit is not as affected because he's a recent undead. But yeah, he's definitely also holding up that one remaining arm because Ajax put a hurt on
Right.
it. Not a whole lot left of him.
Right.
You still have to deal with the topsy-turvy broad boardwalk if you want to try to get to the chest. What's Mayday doing?
Okay.
So I think Mayday is basically, I think Mayday, was trying to help out and ended up, putting Zaster in the drink, right? In the middle of the mud. And I think Mayday's going to, carefully make his way out. I think we see lightning just zip across the platforms like it's nothing, right?
Of course.
And I think when I get up to Zaster, I kind of, hey, we got to look good. And I kind of take some of the mud that's splattered on him and I wipe it off, right? And I start cleaning him up a little bit so that, it'll be more impressive. And let's see. I think that, I think I'm going to see if I can't play to the crowds and turn around and talk about like, how good Zaster's going to be able to. I think I reach down and I pick up Lightning and I put Lightning on Zaster's shoulder. I say, may you move with the gracefulness of an elf and the lightness of touch. And, it doesn't do anything, but I'm just kind of playing to the crowds and their popularity of both Zaster and Lightning to see if I can combine it a little bit.
Sounds like you're grandstanding a little bit here.
I think so. And I think that might be with charisma.
I think that could totally be with charisma. I will give you advantage because you're using lightning.
Ooh. Okay.
Mostly because, you were playing into Lightning's superior charisma here.
Okay. So I'll roll 3d6 minus 1.
Okay.
That is a 9.
Oh, nice. So that is a 9 indeed. Cool. Share
It's a 5 and a 5 and a minus 1. I think that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. It's
Does
a
the
9.
audience affect that?
Oh, yes. You do get the audience of +1, so that puts you right back to a 10. Fantastic.
Okay.
On a 10 plus, you sway the crowd and carry advantage on the next round. Roll. So please mark a tick, Ajax, on the crowd clock. 2 ticks, in fact, because a double effect here as the combo of Zaster, and Zaster's disasters and Lightning, the Wonder Ferret.
And I get advantage. Is that right?
You get advantage on your next roll. You sure do.
Nice. Okay.
I want to mark that in notes. So Zaster, Sunburn is holding back all of the undead. You've been granted lightning favor and Ajax has kept Oak Spirit from drowning you. You can make your way back up onto the boardwalk. What do you do?
Behold, as I foretold, the favor of Apollo.
There's like
Yes.
soupy mud dripping off of you as you grant.
Yes. And I will make my way towards the towards that chest.
Defy danger. It sounds like you're using
Okay.
dexterity, agility, and finesse.
Let's see. Plus Dex. Hey, I didn't roll bad that time.
You
It's an
didn't.
11.
You got an 11. So what does it look like as you reach the end of the boardwalk?
So Ajax lets go of me. Mayday gives me this blessing. I deliver this little speech to the dignitaries here. And then I just like don't break their eye line as I step lightly very close to tipping in, and a zombie reaches up and then the light from Sunburn hits it and it goes ah.
Nice.
And I get all the way to the chest, at which point I will ask real quickly, is there an ambush or a trap here?
There is a trap here, and it is locked and trapped.
I will roll plus int.
Are you going to do tricks of the trade?
Well, I can always.
You're rolling plus
sorry,
int to ask
danger
questions.
sense.
Sorry. Yeah, danger sense. Let's you ask some questions.
I just for expediency, let's just do tricks of the trade. I know there's a trap. Roll plus dex. Okay. So that's back to 2. And that's a 9.
On a 7 to 9, you do it, but the DJ will offer you 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost. 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost. Yeah, I think the cost is that you. Yeah, here's the other. Either you're going to fail to look awesome, opening this lock and disabling the trap, or a little bit of it goes off in your face and you take half damage from whatever this thing is supposed to be.
Oh, I can't not look cool. I will take half damage from the trap.
Nice. So you move your face away almost in time to completely miss the green spray paint that would have struck you in the face. Like, oh, you're way too cool for it. But there's just a little dust that kind of trickles in, and you will take a debility because it's supposed to blind you.
Okay.
It would have done more.
I will take miserable. I think that's thematic.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just nobody can tell, but your eyes are burning really bad. It's kind of a miserable feeling. Inside and once you open the chest up, the boardwalk stops moving and all of it lights up. The zombies, still being zombies, are held back by sunburns. Display, you see inside there's a 500 gold piece note, a potion of healing because it has like a little heart on it, symbol on the bottle. And you guys this is announced over the intercoms by the announcer, and you all win a 50 gold piece gift certificate to the local Adventures Guild Tavern, the 51st Foot. Like
so not the piece of scroll we were looking for.
And at the very bottom of that is the first piece of scroll. Sorry. Got all excited about my prizes, but yes, that is also there.
And I think the healing potion has like a sponsor on it that's like the ice cream place or something like that. Because you can't not do that.
Totally got to see. The healing potion is sponsored by Sub Chieftain Sandwiches. don't know
It's
why.
just a bottle of oil and vinegar, but it's a health potion.
Awesome. Take a look at time. I think we'll take our mid-game break here. Okay, we pick back up. You guys appear to have finished the room. I'm curious, Sunburn, did you have anything you wanted to do? A parting shot before you guys exit?
I think I do something similar to like a religious act, but like I think I get down on one knee and I put my shield up or whatever, and I basically just but facing the specialty judges. I'm sorry,
The VIPs?
the VIPs. Thank you. And say something along these like, we could not have done today if it weren't for the lessons we've learned from you, and the confidence we gained from you watching on as we continue to compete in this this glorious sport of ours, or something like that.
Nice. I like it. I recall you guys having already gotten cheap heat once. Is that true, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, we have.
Cool. So sounds like you are grandstanding for them, or
Oh, okay.
yeah. All right. Feels like charisma. What do you think? It's whatever stat you feel is most appropriate. It could have been wisdom. I could see that.
I think wisdom, right?
All
I
right.
think it's wise to pay attention to the VIPs.
All right. So you're going to be rolling 2d6 plus wisdom plus the crowd's current attitude, which is a +1. So you're rolling 2d6 plus 3.
Nice. All right.
Oh, Mayday, I think you have a +1 on, or you have an advantage on next roll. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
I got an 11.
Wow. That is awesome. So double effects on grandstanding. You sway the crowd and carry advantage on the next roll, and that'll be +2 to the crowd attitude, which means they are now fanatical. What is that? Like, do you have any flavor text on this one, Kai? Like, how does the crowd react to Shayla's words to the VIPs? How do the VIPs react?
I think maybe the crowd again. The crowd reacted really poorly to the chicken and waffle room. So I think by showing humility and deference and kind of respecting the history of the sport, the crowd is like, this is what we're here for. Like, we're here for the history of it all. And I don't know, like they're really inspired, right? Because it's basically me saying like to the audience, like, thank you for watching all these years, right? Because we couldn't be here without you. Maybe she said something along the lines of that too.
Nice.
Or maybe she was saying it to the VIPs, but the audience was like internalizing for themselves. I'm not going to talk about marketing psychology, but anyway, yeah, I think that, like, we've turned the track back to the nature of the sport.
Nice. That's awesome. You guys finish up having the crowd fanatically chanting your disasters. Where is it that you guys, after you head back to the room 7, which connects to either room 8 or room 9, you now have 1/3 of the scroll. You know that there is a trap on room 8, Zaster. You don't know anything about room 9.
Feels like they probably like symmetry in their dungeon, so room 9 might have another piece and then finish up through 8.
That is a mighty fine bit of logic you're applying. This was designed by a teenager.
I like White Plume Mountain.
Cool. So where do you want to go? Room 8 or room 9?
I think room 9. Yeah.
Okay. Are
And
you-
Zaster is a little shaken, so we'll also check. Is there a trap on this door?
Nice. There is not a trap, and there is danger on the other side, but not an ambush.
Okay.
Will a healing potion also get rid of a debility?
Yes, it will.
Oh,
So I think that healing potion that we got that was, branded, while we're in the hallway, I kind of walk up and I shake it up a little bit. I think I drip some into it's Zaster, right? You're the one who
Hmm.
had the eyes stuff. Like I drip a little bit into your eyes. I think we're off camera, and I'm like rubbing it in a little bit, trying to help, clear that up.
Off camera. Oh, what?
Well, it's off camera because I think the camera is focused in on like the antics of lightning. Right?
yeah.
So all the
that
good
might
stuff
take-
that I do is
all
like off screen. Yeah.
Nice. I think though that like you taking a moment to help out a friend outside of the camera does give you
Yeah.
just a point of mojo.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah, a moment of bonding between the two teammates. So, what a little bit of it you taste a little bit of it, Zaster, and I'm going to ask Ajax. This is of course sub chieftain sandwiches. What sub
Mhm.
does this healing potion taste like?
Oh, this is this is the Italian sub. It's got
Italian. Nice.
yeah. And
It heals you, but it tastes a little
Yeah.
bit like an Italian sub.
It's like rubbing pepperoni in your eyes, or rubbing salami in your eyes. It stings a little bit, but it's a good kind of sting.
Somehow I'm less miserable after this experience. I
Yes.
don't exactly understand the rules of the game.
You're you're happy that it's over. That's what.
It's magic, baby. That's great. Awesome. So,
I think Zester notices a little, a caution. There's no trap on this door, but perhaps I should not be the first to enter this time.
No trap plus danger sounds like Ajax time. So
this is Rich warning you. This is
What's
by
in
far
there?
the silliest room of the entire dungeon. There,
Excellent.
I just wanna say that. Also, this is a module that came out quite a while ago. So, safety tools ready. If there's any part of this description that bothers anybody, please say so. The door opens onto a stage designed to look like a Chinatown alley in some fictional city. Let me go room 9, bloop. And I will screen share. Cool. All right. So yeah, it's a quite large room. So it looks like a Chinatown alley in some fictional city. There's a neon sign flashing a logo for oh gosh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to bring in. It says a foreign beer, but why would I not bring in? Oh no, it is not it's not a beer, it's pop soda. And so you have this neon sign that's flashing. Yeah. Somebody had a thing?
Yeah, that was me. Can we make it pink soda so that like people are like, "Oh, this is the same universe? Is there something weird?"
Yes, let's do it. Ping soda with an exclamation point. Ping soda. It doesn't taste like sewer water, you guys. A man steps into the alley. He's bald, and it's a bit squat. He twirls the end of his mustache and looks you over menacingly. He pulls his robe aside and you see a non-com badge. Note to players, non-com badge means don't attack him or you could be disqualified. He will not attack you. He is a non-combatant. But he shows a non-com badge that's pinned to his silk vest. As you guys enter the room, he points and he shouts, "Attack!" Somehow, his mouth seems out of sync with his words. And then a dozen ninjas pop up from behind every possible hiding spot in the alley. and attack because he said attack. So, ninjas.
So offensive.
We okay? Chinese ninjas, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Chinese ninjas.
I mean, we might as well have Big Trouble in Little China at this point. So.
I do think that movie exists in this universe. Awesome.
Yeah.
So these ninjas have some of them have like the little claws, others have Chinese stars. One of the ninjas, I'm totally stealing this from Swordman 2, if anyone's ever seen this brilliance. He like pulls out this what looks like a sword, but there's a hinge on it. He snaps it out,
Mhm.
and it's a Chinese star. He throws it through the air and then jumps up and lands on the star and is like rotating around while flying towards you guys. Swordman 2. Totally watch it. It's a Jet Li movie. It's bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Nature, you seen it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, God. It's the person who like throws snakes at people. It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's
So
ridiculous.
Good. So ridiculous. It's a Choi Hark one, if I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do you do? Let's see. Who wants to go first against mini ninjas?
Well, Ajax was in there first. I think, like, he's seen these antics. He's into it. And he's like, okay, like you want to do this, yeah, with the axe, like does the like full swing around and trying to like not match rotation, but match thematically the rotation, and just try to like lunge forward while spinning with the axe and knock that spinny guy right in the body.
Sweet. Please hack and slash. Rolling
Let's
plus
see.
stir.
That is stirs 2. That spinny guy. That's an 8.
All right. On a 7 to 9, you will do your damage and they will attack back.
Excellent.
So I think you are going after the guy who's on a star. So he has like a ninja
Yeah.
toe, and he'll be slicing you with that for a d6 of damage. So roll your d10
Nice.
and then the d6 back at the same time, if you don't mind.
Okay, so this will be a D10 with +2 damage because one is my
Nasty.
special weapon and one is the messy axe. It has a 12 damage. Ouch. And it's messy damage.
Oh God! I mean, is that a loss of a limb? I think
That's a loss of whatever you got, and make it splashy. It splashes.
Yeah, I think this guy. You sweep the leg literally, and the axe keeps going, and the leg is no longer there. It snaps in half. He falls to the ground, and then you see a bit of a magic as a smoke bomb pops up, and he disappears, and a log falls to the ground. But the Chinese star, like as you moved in, the Chinese star like slices across you for that d6. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Take the bonus off this time. There we go. Ooh, that one catches me good.
Oh man,
that's 4 points.
But he didn't even let out a scream. He was perfectly silent. These are ninjas. They only kiai. Cool. So you've taken out a Chinese ninja who was on a flying Chinese star. That's pretty amazing. Let's check in with Zaster. Now that you're no longer miserable.
Zaster reaches down to his belt and grabs a vial of something yellow and sort of shiny, and is going to bob and weave through the oncoming ninja assault, going for the non-combatant.
What? Oh no!
And I'm going to try to like throw this now. does this count as attacking by using one of my poisons that's basically like gets the non-com on our side?
Mm.
That's wild. I think I'm gonna say
If it
On a
doesn't count, if it
failure,
counts
it
as an attack,
does.
I'm gonna try and parlay that. But
yeah. On a fail, I think it's gonna read wrong, and you could potentially be disqualified unless you can.
ooh, okay. So this could be a
Beg.
cheat. Okay.
See how it goes.
All right. Defy danger.
Yeah, Defy Danger feels right.
Okay. Plus.
Well, or are you volleying?
I guess
You're
I
launching
kind
a
of am
ranged
volleying,
attack,
aren't I?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, launch a ranged attack. Roll with Dex.
Okay. Volley the vial. There we go. I would like to use some mojo.
After rolling Snake Eyes, that's probably a good idea. Wow. Cool. So
That means I
um,
just roll one more die, right?
yeah, it does. It does. Although 1 for 1, like you can continue to roll dice if you want to burn all the mojo up.
All right. How much mojo do we have?
I think you guys have 4. You have 3. 3 mojo.
3. So 2 mojo now. All right. Volley the vial, electric boogaloo. Here we go. That's a 4. 5. So that makes it a 7.
Okay. So with a 7 on volley, you deal your damage, which is that thing will take an effect. But you have to choose one from the list below. You have to move, hold steady to get the shot, placing you in danger of the DJ's choice. That will be ninjas. Take what you can get. Deal damage with disadvantage, but you're not actually doing damage. So I don't know if that one makes sense. Or deplete your
Right.
ammunition. Select the next status next to your weapon or ammo.
I will definitely take a shot from a ninja. I think that's just thematically correct.
Nice.
Gets it off, but gets hit.
So one of the ninjas like he does the what was that? What was a video game where they like I can't remember. Some of the early arcade coin
Street
op video
Fighter?
game. It was like start with S, like Shinobi.
Ah.
Yes, the video game Shinobi.
Yeah, Shinobi.
And you get to roll a d6, but you cut it in half for damage.
D6 in half.
Yeah, so it's d3.
Okay.
You can actually, did you guys know in the quick roll at the top, you can just type in 1D, whatever you want, and it'll make that
1d3.
die.
That's a 3.
Bam, that hurts. Yeah, as you get stuck.
Now this is important. You know, they get this in their eyes and mouth. The next person they see, they trust implicitly. So it has to be one of us.
Lightning,
It's hilarious.
lightning.
You've used up your golden root. That's amazing. Oh, it's so great. Sweet.
But I will
Cool.
let that be another one of the characters to position themselves.
And
This is not the first time
analysis-
you've seen Zaster do this. So
It looks like Zaster's thrown something at the, but he's a non-com. No, he didn't. He's not hurt. He didn't teleport away. And then toot, 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 you're hit with a couple of Chinese stars, which hurt. And I'm going to check in with Mayday as these ninjas are all, they're doing a bunch of tumbling and acrobatic routines around. What is Mayday doing?
So I think Mayday is, basically trying to hide a little bit behind Hank, but the ninjas are getting too close. And maybe he's trying to make it look like, he's back there with like a knife. And he's looking like he's trying to cover Hank's flank, but not really. And then he sees Lightning take like a beeline towards the non-com. And, he's like, I can't let Lightning go down. That's like my bread and butter. So I'm going to cast Magic Missile at the ninjas that are going after Lightning to kind of clear a space for Lightning to get up to the non-com.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All
while still cowering, right?
Okay,
And I think
well, still-
I have advantage. I think I have advantage.
Yes, you
on
have
this,
advantage on this roll. Yes, you do.
but I think I have a -1 ongoing.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, so that's plus int. So that would be +1 instead of +2.
+1. Yeah, with a -1. So you're rolling 3d6 +1. Keep the best 2 of your dice.
So that's an
Woof.
11.
On 11. Oh, just shy of mojo, but still, an 11 is very successful. You cast your spell.
Yeah, and I'm going to do damage to one of the ninjas. That's 2d4 as 2 missiles fly out, and that's 6 points of damage total.
Boom. That ninja like falls back, and perhaps if he were any other combatant, he would scream in pain, but instead he's silent. And then there's a poof, and a log slams down onto the street in your alleyway. Cool. So Shayla, you see that the ninjas are now hopping around. A couple of them have moved in towards Mayday. Lightning is darting up the leg of one of the ninjas. What are you doing?
So frustratingly to Shayla, the zeitgeist is that dwarves and ninjas are permanent enemies. We're always the stars of the anti-ninja. If there's going to be ninjas, there's going to be dwarves fighting them. It's just a racial, cultural heritage thing. But she knows that if she doesn't live up to it, the crowd's going to be upset. So she will do some things like put her hand out and call them to her, so the crowd will feel like this is just like the ninja films that they're so used to seeing. I don't know, I just it's not dwarves and elves, it's dwarves and ninjas. Just throw that out there. So she takes she takes her shield, she takes her mace, she hits it on the shield like a loud gong, and then just dives in, starts attacking. So I guess a hack and slash is what
Hack and slash. Hack and slash.
Okay. So that's a strength, I think. And my strength is a 0. Oh, and I have advantage on next roll. I don't remember why.
Yeah.
We'll take it. So let's see.
3d6
3d6. Roll
plus
per
stir.
Okay. Work.
Is it not going to roll for you again? Oh, there we
it
go.
rolled.
Oh,
I got an
6
11.
and 11. And
That's
then which your modifier is stir. What's your stir?
0.
Oh, so close to a 12. But you use up your
There's
advantage.
no crowd bonus.
There's no crowd bonus for a straight up attack. That's what you're here to do. But you get to do your
I know.
damage, which is a d6, and you get a d6 back. Just to double check myself.
I get
here.
a d6 back.
Yeah, they're doing a d6 to you. So, I'm sorry. You deal. Oh, okay. 10 plus. Okay. Yeah, on 79, your maneuver works. Mostly deal damage with stuff for the enemy's attack, and they're slicing you with their ninja toe. Or should he have a Kasari Gama? I think he's got the little like hook things with the chain in the middle, and he like swings one around and then hacks you with it while you do a d6 to him.
Okay.
Well, with hack and slash, you on a 10 plus, you can prevent.
Oh, it is a 2. Yeah, you're right. For some reason, my brain was thinking 7 and 9. I'm sorry. Yes, on a 10 plus, you deal your damage, and you can either prevent or counter the enemy's attack, or you can strike hard and fast and deal an extra d6 damage, but suffer their attack. Sorry. Thank you, Greg. I had it in my head that it was a 7 and 9 result, and it was not.
Yeah. So I definitely think the crowd wants to see some blood. So I will strike hard and fast.
Nasty. So you roll 2d6, and then 1d6 will come back at you. If you want to roll those separately, since they're all the same die.
All right. So I rolled a 4 and a 3. Is it like I'm rolling with advantage?
Both.
I take the 4.
Oh,
Okay, it's both.
you're
Okay.
rolling 4 and
Okay.
3, so you did 7 damage to
Right.
the ninja, and the ninja hit you with the Kusarigama. So roll a d6 to see how much the Kusarigama does. 4. Okay, so you take 4 points, and then what does it look like as Shayla kills the ninja because he disappears in a poof of smoke and a log is left behind?
Let's see here. I think it's just like one of those like I strike and they block and they strike and I take it, but I use that opportunity just to hit them in the gut. And then they fall backwards into a piece of smoke, and then a piece of wood falls and hits the floor.
Nice. Love it. And then as bringing something in the text to life, as everyone's had a round of attacks, we come back and we see that the guy with the like Fu Manchu mustache and the non-com badge on his vest is now holding Mayday in his hands. He's like, oh, you're so sweet. He has not Mayday, Lightning, and he pets Lightning's head. He's not that strong. He can't hold Mayday in his palm. He just can't do it. Lightning, he can. He can like hug maybe Princess Carrie, but no, it's Lightning. I messed up. So he pets Lightning's head, and then he's like, ninjas, we should all go. We should all go, because Lightning is looking seriously at him. Lightning's little whiskers move. Perhaps there's some kind of silent communication here. And the ninjas all tumble out of the way and disappear back into their hiding places. And you have won the room. I pause. Does anyone want to do
Does the
anything?
NPC take Lightning with him?
I mean, he tries to, but Ninja, he's not going to do that. Lightning will scamper away. And he looks back, and just before he goes out the no-go door, he like waves to Lightning. We cut to the crowd. There's the person who's got the Fu Lion set up for, and they're doing the big lightning dance. Does anyone want to do anything before you finish up this room?
Get some noodles. Obs.
Search for treasure. Loot
Cool.
the bodies.
Treasure. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Dogs.
It's over here.
I've got an axe, so chop those logs in half.
Exactly, chopping logs in half. So the treasure that you find, there's a not trapped treasure chest, and inside is I'm quite happy about this, a 500 gold piece note, 2 scrolls, a scroll of sleep that could be, it's a wizard scroll, but other people can cast a spell, can use it, and a scroll of blessing, which the cleric should be able to use as well. You all win t-shirts with a skull and crossbones on the front with the inscription "Ninja This!" exclamation point.
Is it in the font?
Yes, it's in the Chinese style font.
Zaster takes the rapier, cuts off the bottom into making a very attractive crop top, and dons it.
Awesome. So you would want to grant
Ajax tries to put it on, but it's a little bit too small. Whoops.
he doesn't want to take off his armor.
Mayday takes and cuts out a strip of the t-shirt. So basically all that's there is ninja, and then puts it around Lightning. So basically Lightning has this black strip of a t-shirt that says ninja on it. Yeah.
That's great. Cool. Excellent work.
One more thing.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of flyers in the Chinatown exhibit for, I don't know, one of the sponsors. And so Shayla gives us one of the cheerleaders, and they like have a flyer gun. And so like they're shooting out like coupons to people in the crowd.
I love it. That's awesome. You guys now have 2 pieces of the scroll as well. The third piece, as Ajax surmises, is probably in room 8, which Zaster has told you is trapped. The door to the room is trapped. What do you wish to do?
I think Zaster will attempt to disable that trap on the door.
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the
Or
trade.
or since I've never gotten to do it,
Oh.
I could just defend you with my shield. I've never had a defense roll, and I get a bonus with my shield to do so. So maybe I just like, you know, if you want to, I'm on the side. You can be like, hey, just stand in front of me, and I'll trigger this trap or whatever. So I'll leave it up to you.
I'm into it because I wanted a little moment with Shayla here, where where Zaster like, yeah, of course, put the shield in front of me, and I will enable the trap. You will protect me. Do you think Mayday is still under the spell of the golden root? Because I think that the last person I did the golden root thing to was Mayday, and that's why Mayday and Lightning are such good friends.
Partially to make my ex jealous, I lean in close and I say, well, I know I still am.
Avius cuts to a particular gnome in the crowd, and he's like, does the head shake? No. He's doing the Drake thing of like, I don't like that. I'm not happy with that reaction.
All right, and so Zaster reaches over and pokes the door with the 10-foot pole to activate the trap. You want to roll to defend, Shayla?
Yes, please.
Sorry, my phone won't shut up.
Okay. Defend, roll con. And my character is con of 1. Okay. So I have no advantage. So it's just 2d6.
Cool. A flurry of tiny needles come flying out as you shove open the door. Shayla, let's go ahead and have you roll that defend. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Roll plus con?
7.
Okay. On a 7+, you get what, an extra option, I think, from your shield? Extra readiness?
Exactly. 2. And now I have 2. Instead of having 1 readiness from the roll, I have 2.
Okay.
I can use it 1 to take the damage, have the damage.
Okay, so you want to suffer the damage? Yeah. What do you want to choose? There's no attacker to strike back at because it's a trap.
Right. I'll suffer the damage. Yeah.
Okay, suffer and have it.
Oh,
so what you're doing?
Of course. Yes, of course.
Cool.
Because I have 2 of
Awesome.
Yes.
Roll a single d4 instead of 2d4.
Obi Toby. 2 damage.
What is your armor?
Armor is a 1
plus
because
1
I have the
armor.
shield.
Yep. Cool. You
So I
take
take
1
1
point of damage, and also you suffer a debility from the poison. Which are you, weakened, dazed, or miserable?
Weakened, obviously.
Okay, sweet. Along with these needles shooting out, a loud klaxon sounds. Both Mayday and Ajax, you guys are able to look around the pair of Zaster and Sunburn to see into the next room. Here we go. There are 7 goblins here. Their weapons and shields were all behind a barred hatch on the east wall. As I reveal the room, Blah. Another squared room. Exciting. So the lock on the hatch, you see it automatically opening once Zaster and Sunburn have opened this door. So the goblins are all running over, clamoring at the lock, trying to wait for their weapons and shields, trying to grab their weapons and shields right now. They're frantic, they're worried, they're trying to make sure that they are armed, they're screaming at each other and skittering as they try to grab their weapons to defend themselves or, to earn their pay by killing you guys. What do you do?
Well, clearly, we can't let them have those. So it looks like a medium-sized sprint over there, and Ajax gonna go over there and grab 2 goblin heads.
Ooh, nice.
Smash.
Cool.
Either the wall or each other, whichever seems more expedient at the time.
Nice. So what I'll do is I'll let you hack and slash, but you can apply your damage to both of them because they are kind of puny.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, my dash roller's there. Grab the goblins. So that is 2 dice plus 2. Let's see. That is a 10.
Nice. So you have a 10 with your plus 2. So
Yep.
you deal your damage. You pick one. Do you want to do an extra D6 or do you want to evade their enemy's counterattack?
I think I'll evade their attack.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll your D10.
Cool. D10 is gonna be a 10. Nope. That's from the roll. That's a 4.
Oh,
That's more
okay.
like it.
So
Yeah.
that too bad. But still. That will vanquish one of the goblins. You mash his head into the wall. It's kind of eyeball pops out. People are like, oh,
Leaned
there's
into that one a little bit more.
There's a counter that comes up on the AVS of like eyeball count 1. And the other goblin falls to the floor. He's going to try to scramble away from you because he does not want to mess with you at all. He wants to go after squishy wizards. Let's check in with Mayday. What are you doing, Mayday?
I think I actually, was doing what I normally do and kind of cowering behind Hank. Hank took off, and I'm trying to catch up when this little goblin surprises me by like getting past Hank and coming after the squishy, wizard. So I think I'm gonna hack and slash. I'm just gonna take the little dagger that I was holding and stab at it because I was like completely not expecting that.
That seems perfect.
Yeah. What a surprise. So that's 2d6, and I don't think I have any strength. So
No.
that's 2d6. That's a 5.
Ooh, nice. That is a fail.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to burn a mojo or are you going to eat that fail and get an XP?
I'm going to eat that fail and get an XP.
Oh, congratulations. So go ahead and mark your XP. You run up. You look heroic enough, but the goblin, he winces like he's going to get hit. You come over with your weapon, and another goblin like ting and guards his buddy. And the goblin who was like already ready to get killed, he's like, and he stabs you in the gut. Please roll a D4.
Yeah. And of course, in typical Mayday style, this horrible event is all caught on camera. Zoom in of the blood squirting. That's 1 point of damage. I have 1 point of armor. So, but I think I take it and it looks like it's really bad.
Yeah, it looks awful.
I kind of roll and fall down on the ground and everything. And yeah.
You like hit a canteen or something, and for some reason you have wine in it, so it looks like blood and it pours all over your robes.
That's right.
The goblin's like,
So, and with that, Zaster goes, "Oh, Mayday, my friend, no, vanquished!" And then I'm going to do a backstab on one of the goblins from behind
Nasty.
Shayla's shield.
Awesome. Do you backstab the one who actually got a hit on somebody and is like about to do the Cabbage Patch or something?
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
All right.
Actually, the one that made it, the one that actually looks like they took down Mayday, and even though cosmetically nothing happened.
I love it. That's amazing. Go ahead and roll plus dex on backstab.
All right.
Oh, you deal damage or roll dex, and on a 10 plus, you deal damage and pick 2. Oh, so you can just deal damage if you want.
No, I think in the heat of battle, it's more interesting if I could miss.
I think so too. Sounds
Okay.
cool.
All right, here we go. That's a 9.
Nice. Sweet. So on a 7 to 9, you deal damage and pick 1.
I will create an opportunity. So I'll deal my damage by 1d8. Creating an opportunity probably for Shayla because she's close. No modifier. Oh, it's a disastrous backstab. I'm going for a critical area, and I probably like get them in the leg instead.
Nice. Yeah, you like stab through his little spindly leg, and he's like, ah! He falls to the ground, and you think he's dead. That's your 1 damage. He's basically out of combat, but not actually dead. That is his reward. Is he doesn't maybe not die. Maybe we'll see. So yeah, that gives an advantage to Shayla. Shayla, you see those pair of goblins that teamed up on Mayday. One of them has been backstabbed in the leg. The other is who's the one who actually stopped Mayday's attack. He's kind of whipping the sword around a little bit. Maybe he's got some skills. What do you want to do? You have an advantage though.
Okay. So I yell to Ajax and call out a fastball. But what I'm going to do is charge him with my shield and bounce him towards Ajax, so Ajax can take like a big hit.
Awesome.
You know,
Roll an assist
completing this
play.
whole teamwork cycle.
Oh, this is good. Teamwork cycle. So you are doing an assist play, which is in our.
Is that in the player's guide? No,
Looks like the basic moves got moved. Yeah, it's in helping and it's in the basic moves. So it works like a defy danger in that you choose the stat. And I'll give you, I think your advantage here, you can roll advantage to assist play to set up Ajax here.
Okay.
What stat
Right,
do you
but I'm
use?
still, yeah, but I feel like I'm still sick, weakened.
Oh,
so,
you are. So that cancels out. So you're rolling regular 2d6.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
All right, 2d6. And what stat do you think most applies to
I'm
this?
using strength.
All right.
Yeah. I just got to get the dice to it. Survey says a 3.
Okay. That looks bad. Do you want to spend any mojo?
I'll spend 1, but if I still, yeah, well, I'll spend 1, and if I fail, then I'll keep the failure.
Okay.
But,
better roll well then, because you'll be replacing that 1. Oh, 6 and a 2 is an 8. Oh, from famine to feast. And that is fantastic. So on the assist play, I'm wondering if I should stick a copy of the assist play in violence and recovery moves, because it's used in that. You 7 to 9, you gain advantage, but you're going to suck up their consequences. So you bounce this goblin straight at Ajax. And Ajax, you're set up. You get advantage on dealing with this.
Yeah, and I hear the clang of goblin on shield, and I know that's my signal. So like drop the one that I had, wipe, drop, and see the other one coming in. Just like give him a backhand elbow right to the noggin there.
Oh, nasty!
It was coming at me fast.
Stuff. Then I think that's just straight up hack and slash. Does it feel right to you?
Yeah, I think so. And that was with advantage, you said?
Yes.
Awesome. Monk gets a 13.
Wow.
Jesus.
He's done for. It's
And that's a mojo,
goblin.
right?
Yeah, that is a mojo.
Awesome.
A mojo or something else, right?
Oh,
right.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can automatically spin that mojo to sway the crowd right here and now.
I think I'm going to take the mojo because we are already fanatical.
And oh,
And
there's-
damage wise, let's see what we get here. Mhm.
So I rolled a mixed result, Rich, and I'm thinking, since I'm a dwarf, I don't know, maybe I hit him a little too low with the shield, and they throw a flag for unnecessary roughness.
Ooh,
something like
nice. I did roll a 10 for damage, so maybe he goes flying back to you.
Yeah.
You
And I
get some splashback on that.
yeah, I think whenever you said that there was, unnecessary roughness, I think the AVS pops up and it's like low blow, and it kind of flashes, and we hear boos from the crowd.
I'm into it. That is exactly what happens.
Oh, but also after that, it goes. But then it goes. What makes the pinball noises like pinball? Boom, 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 boom. They keep rewinding and playing the video as the goblin goes back and forth.
But part of that 10 damage is probably him bouncing off your shield again.
Yeah.
I love
like
it. I love it.
And
That is
how many
awesome.
goblins have left?
There were 7. You guys have basically taken out 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Okay.
there are 3 goblins left.
So I think I'm going to step up, and I'm going to pull out that new scroll of sleep that we have, and I'm going to cast that.
Very cool.
And I don't know exactly what. I think scrolls just happen, but I don't know what sleep does.
Yeah, sleep is going to work similar to the D&D spell. You cast it, and you're going to be able to roll 2d4, and that's the number of hit dice that are put to sleep.
Perfect. Okay. Let me roll that then. Yes, and I think this is from the ground. Mayday rolls over and pulls out that scroll. And I rolled a total of 4.
Oh, okay. That is not good. You want to do anything about that, or?
That's 2. I rolled
Oh,
2d4,
whoa.
right?
Right. Yeah, it's a scroll.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I was thinking you rolled 2d6 and got a 4. Cool.
No.
The remaining goblins all just drop, including the one who was playing dead. He just starts snoring, and they're out. So a second hatch on the west wall opens up to reveal treasure. It's in an already open chest. There's inside a 500 gold piece note, 3 potions of neutralized poison, and you each win. And every member of Zaster's Disasters wins a 500 gold piece gift package from King's Iron Golf Supply that includes a full set of professional grade golf clubs, a custom bag, and golf clothes and accessories. Cool. And so yeah, with the Mayday is dead bit, how does that resolve?
Mayday,
If I'm
we're
really
alive!
curious.
Yeah, so I think that what happened was we don't really see. We see Mayday roll over, but the camera doesn't zoom in on him to see those last 3 goblins drop. But the camera then whips around after everything's done, and we see Lightning kind of wander up to Mayday and like nose him, and Mayday kind of sits up at that point. And they're like, "Lightning, save the day!"
Lightning resurrected Mayday from death. That's amazing. This makes me very happy. Cool. The next door. Anything more you guys wanted to do in this room after you grab the treasure? All right, cool. The next door opens up, and you see that also their third piece of the scroll. Did I mention it? It was in the treasure wall in that room. So you now have all 3 pieces of the thing. this
And
corridor
I take
ends
a
in
potion. I take one of those potions of the poison to get rid
Yeah.
of the weakness
There
condition.
you go. Boom. Perfect.
Grab one
You need
for.
healing too.
Yeah.
So I've revealed this room, but let me quickly describe what's up with it real quick. Okay. So there's a double door on the north wall here, but also to the right, there is a door here, which is marked with a break room symbol.
Oh,
So the break room is located here, and then there's a wall of flame in front of the double door. So it burns intensely like a massive bonfire, but the fire neither gives off smoke nor consumes the door.
magic.
There's always time to get a little Zaster melon break in. Zaster goes towards the door with the break room.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Called.
So we will reveal the break room. So you have entered the break room. As a reminder, in the violence and recovery moves, take a break. Most Xcrawl dungeons have at least one break room per level. Break rooms usually have food, bathrooms with showers, and a paramedic who can tend your wounds. Break rooms are never trapped or stocked with monsters. By law, they must be danger-free. While visiting a break room, team members should take turns with the following, preferably during an interview. Give an example of how you've met your drive's requirement. If you can mark XP. Describe how your opinion of or relationship with another character has changed. If everyone agrees, mark XP. Point out something awesome that another character did that no one else has mentioned yet. If you do, mark XP. When you've rested and are ready to step back into the dungeon, choose one. If you expend one extra use of your supplies, you can choose another. But default, you get one. If you burn a supply, you get a second. You can either regain HP equal to half your maximum, clear all your debilities, or gain advantage on your next roll. And again, that's on the Violence and Recovery Moves tab. The break room here is, let's see, the walls are not the see-through plastic of most of the dungeon, but rather some kind of plasterboard. There's a paramedic standing at an examination table, a sidebar with snacks and bottled water. There are a couple of bathrooms and two comfortable-looking couches. It's a complete safe haven, free of monsters, traps, and obstacles. The bathrooms are fully enclosed and opaque. There are no cameras in the bathroom. There are signs that say there are no cameras in this bathroom. You are free to rest.
Hanging off the camera in the bathroom is the sign that says there's no cameras in the bathroom.
Not a camera.
I have an idea. When we're taking a break, I think obviously like the show has to shift. So this is where each time someone from the audience can do like an American Ninja style like run, and if they can make it to the end, then they'll be like considered for the minor leagues of Xcrawl or something like that.
Oh yeah, totally. This is like the halftime, and everybody's going through room one. Which, Greg, I know you weren't here for that, but it was basically a big obstacle course. So there are people making runs on room
Bunch
one.
of fails. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, who would like to do a thing in the break room?
I will.
And we can handle this
gonna...
in and out of character as much as whatever we're interested in.
So I think I'm gonna, be sitting on like one of the couches there in the break room, and I'm like, oh. And I lean over to Zaster, and I'm like, I'm so glad you made it in because, as you saw, some of those doors, they would have killed us by now. And like, did you see all those spikes that came out of that one door? I mean, if they hadn't hit Shayla's shield, we would have been done for.
It's always a pleasure to use my skills to help my friends.
It's good to see when you do use your skills to help friends, as opposed to, well, yeah,
and I think the MVP of this whole crawl so far has been that little ferret of yours.
Oh. And
What
I
a
think that
cunning creature, raising you from the dead, swaying that magician.
and Mayday's face goes from, becomes crestfallen. And they're like, oh, yes. Yes,
Right, yeah,
lightning is the
ferret.
best.
I think Ajax plops down on the couch next to Mayday, and just, like slaps him on the back, puts his arm around, like, "You're doing real great."
Nice.
Oh no. Mark froze.
Oh, a major freezing.
I think
There
so.
you are.
My Wi-Fi is also doing its best, just like you.
But Zaster, one more thing though. Zaster does to Mayday. And the way you just ran across that room with the invisible scorpion to greet me. You are a true friend, Mayday. And just pointing out your drive of causing trouble by touching, opening, or tinkering things.
Nice.
Nice.
Take it XP. This is awesome because the break room's happening near the end of the game, so it's almost like a Pocket Stars.
Right?
Cool. Any other break stuff folks want to take care of? We're probably going to end with you guys about to take care of the wall of flame and in the session there.
We can level up in a break room, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
So
Hopefully some folks are near.
Well,
level.
I think I do want to say, like, out of character, like based off of what I said at the door when Master was asking about the golden thorn or whatever. Maybe I have a relationship with Zaster that we didn't realize when we started the game.
Nice.
So it's just describe how your opinion of or relationship with another character has changed.
Nice.
So, if
Cool.
everybody agrees, then I get to mark XP.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You guys all good with that?
Yeah.
And Hank, did you take XP for pointing out how well I'd been doing?
Oh no, I did not. No. Grab that.
I've
And what was
unhidden on the Xcrawl team rows 128 through 155, which have your advances options.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. And then, what's your drive?
Oh, actually, I think we might need to revise which one of you thinks I'm a worthless rat because of your conversation.
Ooh.
Mayday. Because you thought, but you're like so glad I was here. So
Oh, I was so glad you were here until you pointed out
it's
you
like
know,
that you ferret
yeah.
I was messed up. I love it.
I think Ajax, in a quieter moment, approaches Sunburn and kind of like drops the sort of like big jolly for a little bit, and she's like, I think I was, I show a lot of smash and slash out there, popping heads and cutting guys' legs off, but I don't know if we would have made it without with a little help from the sun. So, I thought maybe that you were just like not hitting things good enough, but like you got other stuff besides your shield there. I don't know, maybe I was wrong about what I was thinking about you. We are not really contributing there. Just thinking about your religious fervor actually comes in handy once in a while.
So Shayla's considering this backhanded compliment, and
yeah, and from Ajax, it's not backhand. He's just like, I didn't know. I thought you just like weren't good at hitting, but there's more to it.
I thought you sucked, but you're kind of cool.
Exactly.
And so but eventually she smiles and she says, "Get me a drink at the bar next time." And
yeah, Arc Rage is on me. Arc Rage and vodka.
I'm like, it's been a long, arduous. I'm sorry. Were you still going?
No, I'm done. Just the
Okay.
idea of that drink combination is disgusting. So
I'm gonna, lean into Ajax a little bit. I'm gonna, do you remember? I mean, I'm really tired. It's been like 8 or 10 rooms, and man, I think we've got to be done soon. But back in like room 2, I think you like split that guy in half. Like with
Yeah.
your axe, you just split him in half, and the 2 pieces left. And I'm glad I'm on this side and not on the other side of the Xcrawl, because that would have been bad. So I'm just pointing out something that you did that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Is that an XP?
I think
Accept.
so.
I accept.
oh, I guess that's what you were doing with me, AJ.
Yeah. You should also get
Oh,
an XP there.
okay. Oh, sweet. Nice.
Yep.
So close.
XP all around.
XP all around.
So close.
You bet. All right. Are we comfy with that? Bringing things to a close?
Yeah.
Sweet. So it feels like a lot of stars happened there, but we'll still make space. I'd like to finish up with wishes. Who would like to express wishes for our final session next week?
I'm curious to see what it's like outside the dungeon.
Definitely.
I think we'll have mostly mostly outside the crawl. Like we're going to start off. The big bad is for this level is at behind the wall of flame. So we kick off with that, and then once that's done, there'll be a lot of outside the dungeon stuff. So 100% with you. I'm really excited to see how
Nice.
things go. Cool. Anybody else have wishes?
I was just gonna say it's a reminder of how long all these combats take in old school kind of games. So we're used to like, oh yeah, I do the thing and then move on, and then we make kissy faces or something. But like now it's like oh yeah, we've got to go fight this thing. Now we've got to fight this other thing. It's yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with a friend of mine who mostly plays D&D. It's like, yeah, we had a great session. We had like combat, like it lasted 5 hours, but it was great. Like, I'm glad that's fun for you. I'm glad that's fun for you. That's really great.
So I that does bring up a point, and I know we're in wishes, but I'm curious: is it too much combat? Like,
No, this is perfect.
okay,
No,
okay,
we knew what was coming in, right?
Yeah.
okay.
If this was like, oh, this is going to be some other kind of game, then yeah. But no, with it being Xcrawl, we knew what was happening.
Yeah, and this
Okay.
is like a bunch of different fun short combats instead of like
Yes.
a 3-hour slog through fighting one
Cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Yeah.
take that opportunity to check in.
or whatever.
I have a wish.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what a museum in the world of Xcrawl is like. Is it more like the Smithsonian, where it's like, or is it more like a British museum? Because the gods are still real, that kind of thing. But I basically just want to see a big wax statue of Emperor Ajax, or Emperor, what's his name?
Ronald.
Reagan. Yeah.
Ronald.
For Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
That's canon, by the way.
Yep.
Just so you know, it's Xcrawl canon.
Yeah, I looked at the old book. I was like, oh wow, that's real.
Yeah.
Emperor Ronald the First.
I need a tyrant or a bully to stand
Yes, you
up
do.
to.
Mm.
And I think the big bad. I was thinking about doing it in the teeter-totter walkway room, like calling out one of the people in the crowd, but I was like, no, I don't think that seems right. So yeah.
I get you. We'll definitely set up our big bad to be bully and tyrant-esque.
Nice.
And I guess we should all take whatever we want from the rest and recoup move, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, please
Oh.
do that
What's
so we don't
what's
forget
that?
next time.
Can gain HP equal to half your max, clear all of your abilities, or gain advantage on your next roll.
I'll drop it in
That's not
chat
max.
in case folks need to see it.
I imagine that this is, as we go to exit the room, there's this, it's like a not a waiter, but one of those guys that normally stands in the restroom with like a little plate full of like spritzing kind of things.
A little bit of ballet, yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
we hear this commentator like, what's Mayday going to choose this time? And Mayday is like, I'm still okay on health, but like I picked the health potion anyway and take a slug, so I heal up just a few points, but not nearly what it should have been. And they're like, the coward's move.
Oh man, you are relentless on that guy. Your character gets no use of Rodney Dangerfield of Xcrawl. It's great.
Well, I get to play up the
Yeah.
dichotomy between like, the bumbling fool and the fantastic familiar that does everything.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you do a triple Lindy dive or whatever.
Greg, do you have any stars to hand out? And reminder, we did do a bunch of stars in the break room, but just to make sure, check in.
I'm just enjoying in general playing a not Star Wars game with all of you. And enjoying it. Star to Steven for bringing in Ping Cola, just tying it into the universe a little bit there, and the aggressive product placement of the waffles, the healing chicken and waffles was so much
I love
fun.
it.
And thank you, thank you, Mark, for saving me from falling into the grave dirt with the rope attached. That was most excellent. I enjoyed that a lot.
It was good stuff. Cool. Kai, did you have any stars you want to hand out?
Stars. Let's see. I mean, Steven, you continue to make a very a character that I have a lot of empathy for. I like that a lot. And star to everyone for like making the Chinatown experience not so awful. I probably
I was super nervous about it. I almost rewrote that whole thing, but I thought, well, I like
we can
this
try
group.
it out.
I think we can make it work.
Mhm.
And it's so great to game with you again, Greg. So great to see you. And like your Zaster is really fun to play with. And I love Ajax's rambling, like, yeah, you pretty much were sucking, but I could see that you could do other things.
That was so bizarre and perfect.
In regards to Zaster, I took notes. At one point, you were talking to me about the power of Apollo, and so I was thinking like you were, instead of mansplaining, you were man-sermoning me. And I was thinking like your collapsible 10-foot pole could also just collapse down to like the size of a flute, and maybe you play it as a musical instrument as well. It's like
Love it.
a bard. But when you're doing that whole like thing on the walkway or whatever, it reminded me of that arcade game for Michael Jackson where he had like the hat,
Moonwalker.
Yeah.
Moonwalker, yeah. And when you did that fake backstab at the beginning, it reminded me of Key and Peele's slap ass skit. So yeah, I wrote down a few things for that. So that's me.
Thank you, Kai. Steven, any stars out there left?
It was just a lot of fun, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad Greg came in. So I think that was a good thing to help out. So yeah.
Good. Awesome. And then Mark, bring us home. Mr. Major.
Yeah, all super fun, super happy to have Greg here. Great. Yeah, I think everyone said everything. It's just so much fun with y'all.
Great. Well, thank you, thank you to everybody, but especially to Major and Steven for like in the middle of BGG and having to get out of a hotel. You sneak in to play this with us. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This is fun. We will finish up next week and you will face the Disco Ball. We'll see you guys later.
We'll be back at full bandwidth next week.